Hi everyone, in today's video I'm gonna make a Detroit house inspired track from scratch, starting with just one bass loop. The sound I'm going for is inspired by artists like Hannah and Garu. I think some people know Hannah as Warren Harris. Might not sound like the other Detroit stuff, but I think doing a little bit of research that I did, the house is inspired by Detroit. So I think first things first, the BPM is set to 120, and the first thing I'm gonna do, as mentioned, I'm gonna be building it around a bass loop. So I'm gonna find the loop, just gonna clear that message history there. Go into this folder, behind harleyandmuscle. This one I think is in the bass loop. Okay, I think I want something in the G, in the key of G. I think I'm gonna stick to this one. I like it. It's nice and stable. Yeah, let me just set a loop there. I'm gonna add some saturation there just to boost it a bit. I'm using soft tube saturation knob. Cool, I think we can work with that. Yeah, I think from here let's go straight into drums. I really like this part of the loop here. I think that's gonna be nice. I think when I play keys, maybe I could put like some sort of gap there, because I want this to stand out. I'm gonna try and find a kick. So I'm gonna be using my Kong drum designer. I think for this, what I'm gonna look for, I'm gonna go into the same folder. Okay, stick to that. Pan it to the left so that it gets assigned to that channel. So I rerouted all of these one by one, but they can only be in mono because that's just how Kong is. Also, I have this drum bus that I created as part of my template, which is reverb, a little bit of gain tool, some distortion, and a little bit of saturation. And for the kick, I'm just gonna put four on the floor. Gonna add a little bit of shuffle just to give it minor swing. Maybe we can look for a clap or a snare or a hat. For that, I'm gonna start using the loops so I can hear how they sound in context. I like the hat here. I'm gonna look for the hat. There it is. Pan it to the right. Let's see how that looks. I'm gonna maximize it because I want it to be loud. Love it. Perfect. Cool. All right, let's put in more element. What else can I steal from this? I like this Perc thing, so let me put it in there. I'm gonna pan that to the left and assign it to channel 3 to 4. This one I want to play in with my MIDI, so
Okay,
Okay, I'm gonna leave it like that. The reason why I'm playing it and I'm not drawing it here is I struggle to set the swing perfectly to match how I'm playing with my hand, so I need it to be like that so I don't have to quantize it. So our drums are coming together nicely there. I think we can start looking for claps. Maybe one more hat. Maybe let me try another folder. Let's try folder 2. This drum loop sounds very familiar. Yeah, I knew it sounded familiar. I love it. Such a classic song. If you know it, you know it. If you know the song, leave the name of the song in the comment section. You know what? I think I'm gonna pick something from this folder. I like this. It might bring like nice texture. See how it sounds. Apologies for the background noise. Oof, that's intense. Okay, I'm gonna do that, but I'm gonna have to EQ it. I'm gonna have to EQ it. That sounds intense, man. Sounded too. Okay, I've already EQ'd that. Cool. Just to take out the low end. For this one, I want to treat it as texture. So I think I'm gonna just put it here, 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 here. I think I want it like that. Nope. No. That's not what I want. I'm gonna copy, mute that, paste it there. I'm gonna lower the volume. Let's hear it all together. The thing about that old school house like Detroit or Chicago type of house is their drums are not complex. Right, it's earlier days of deep house. The drums are not that complex, so I'm gonna leave it like that. We really need to get claps, and I don't want to get claps from the loops, so let's get claps from a lot of. Oh, that sounds nice. Oh, that sounds like nice old school. I'm gonna throw it in there. I think I'm gonna need multiple claps. I think I'm gonna throw in that too. That as well. It's like that old school 909 feel to it, because I think that's what made it. I'm gonna try and stack them to give them a little bit of texture. Clip goes there. Here as well. And there. I think that should work. Oh, okay, I think we need one more clap. Okay, I think that. So clap 11 is number 5. So I'm gonna switch off number 5. What am I doing? I'm gonna switch off number 5 there. And then I want clap number 12 as well. Number clap is number 6. I'm gonna switch it off there so they don't go all together at once. And then we need to use this one as well. Put that in there. Let's make space for the bass. I'm gonna leave the drums there. Right? I think it's time for the keys. And let's just try something from here. Piano, electric piano, Mark II. I think that's the Rhodes. And I'm gonna add a player because I cannot play any musical instrument. I'm gonna set it to, I think it might be a minor, right? That sounded like a minor. I'm not too sure. I'm just gonna try a minor first. I'm gonna do that. So what this does, if you're not a Reason user, is you press one key and it plays a whole chord for you. You can choose how many keys you want it to show here. For example, I set it to 3 notes, not keys, notes. Then these are all the keys that are in these scales. The one that I highlighted, the ones that are in the scale. So I can just play that. But how I've set it here is, even if I press the wrong one, it'll kick me to the one before. Like if I press this, for example, what it's doing is actually, let me just play a higher note. Too high. Right? It's kicking me to this one. So now if I play this, it's the same thing. For example, now again, if I play this one, it's gonna kick me to the one before. So if I play this and this, it's one key. But if I set filter, if I press this, it'll just keep quiet because it's blocking me. But if I do this, it'll kick me to the next one. So this is really helpful for people who don't know keys, how to play keyboard like me. So I know this is in G minor. Let me figure out how I want to play this. 3 doesn't sound so nice. Let's take it to 5. Yeah. Yeah, cause the bass is stabby. I wanted to have like that stab, like. Yeah. I like that. Let's try to record it. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, see, it's recording one note here, right? It's because I didn't set it to direct record, right? So I wanted to directly record here, so that if I want to manipulate the timings and all the stuff, I can do it from this side. No, zoom out, zoom out, zoom out. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that works. I think we're almost there. Let's add a string. But I think I want to start with like a choir-like type of thing, you know? See, I make a choir. That sounds interesting. Just to test that out, I'm just going to take these and put them there. Let's hear how they sound. Maybe a little bit of reverb. Maybe some unison. Some side chain. Still need some string. Let's try some stringer. NXT. Where's your violin and NXT? There it is. I don't know which key to play. Minor, G flat. Okay, maybe at the end it can go like that. So what I just did there is to reduce the attack, because when the attack is there, I press the key and it comes in slowly. But when I reduce the attack, same time, and that's what I want. Lead, chords and scale, minor, G flat. I want it in single notes. That's the nice thing about scales and chords, right? There's once you're in that key, you can never press the wrong key. It's just about you being creative and stuff. So now I sound like I'm making a cool lead solo, but I can't do anything. And the melody goes like this. Just gonna add some reverb there. Yeah, just keep it simple. Just want that tape feel to it. By the way, if like you're someone who's into music and you see that my chain of things is wrong, You're probably right, because I have no idea what I'm doing. I just do what sounds right in my ear. Maybe I can control that tail with a sidechain. Give it a little tremolo with a higher rate. I want to boost the bass a little bit. We are almost done. I'm just gonna, the last thing that's left is some sort of vocal chop. I'm just gonna put a little bit of, I know I put always saturation there, but I think a nice thing to put here would be the audiometric retro transformer. And I wanted to start with that. I'm gonna give it a little bit of bottom. You can just see from that image what that does. Hear that? I like that those choirs are not really prominent. They're just creating a nice layer there at the bottom. Then if you want, you can just paste the drums there. They don't have to live in there, you know. You can just press center track. And then you have your drums there. I think for vocal chop, I'm gonna take some, I'm gonna use Mimic. Where's Mimic? There's Mimic. And because it's gonna be a vocal chop, I know that I'm gonna want a reverb on there. Drop in a reverb in there. A little bit of delay. I'm gonna probably put a little bit of audiomatic on it. Let's give a little bit of effect. What am I in the mood for? Maybe MP3. Let's see how that sounds. But for now, I'm gonna bypass all the effects. It's probably too long for this. It's way too long for that. So I'm gonna reset that or just undo. What I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna paste it in here and find parts that I like, and then just only focus on that. Apologize, it might be a bit loud, so let me turn the volume down.
The selection process has started.
There you go. I think you're probably familiar with this Vox. A lot of people used it in their songs. It's a classic interview, man. Go check it out if you haven't. Bounce this to new sample. And then we're gonna take that sample and put it in Mimic, and I'm just gonna put it on slice, and I'm gonna get rid of that. Then from here, I'm just gonna use sensitivity so that I can control.
The selection process has started. The selection process has starts here. The selection process has starts here. The selection process has starts here. The selection process has. The selection process. Playing music for.
Okay, let's test that out. I think that's it. Let me just decide how I want the vox to be, and then I'll just play the loop, and then that'll be the end of the video. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna arrange it. Cool. Let me just play around a bit. Yeah, I think that's the song. That's my attempt to making a Detroit inspired house. Cool. I'm just gonna play the rest of the track, and yeah, thank you for watching.